Greetings and welcome to Dollar Theater. Um, Patrick here, and glad you're here with us. We will be talking. Last week we talked about a black and white film. We covered Dick Tracy Meets Gruesome, and this is one of two films that we got together. We got them for $1 at Target a long time ago. So today we'll talk about the other film that popped up on this little collection, and that is Nancy Drew Reporter from 1939. Nancy Drew Reporter came out in 1939. It was one of four films that they made, starring Bonita Granville, and directed by William Clemens. Warner Brothers put this out. And to great acclaim, as Bonita Granville had been a child star, and they actually had been was at one time the youngest nominated Oscar Academy Award nominee at 9 years old. She was 16 years old when she filmed Nancy Drew Reporter. The plot is it's pretty fun. Nancy it gets a chance to work as a reporter at a local paper. The editor gives her and her friends all puff pieces, but Nancy manages to snag a serious story, and she runs with it. It seems like a an elderly lady has been poisoned. What thought was natural causes turns to be poison, and they're blaming the young lady that she raised as a daughter. Um, they're saying that she is the one that killed her friend, her guardian. So Nancy and her friends, which is Ted Nickerson and his younger sister Mary Nickerson, and their little buddy Killer Parkins, all come out to try to save Eula Denning, who has been accused of murder. Um, so the movie basically shows Nancy following the clues, which leads to a boxer who slams into Nancy's car and does a hit and run. And when she follows him to hey, you got to fix my car, she stumbles into the fact that this boxer may know more than what he's letting on. And so Nancy enlists Ted in many of misadventures, including going in 3 rounds with the boxer, and also tricking her dad into Carson Drew into uh, 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 into defending Eula Denny. And since Carson Drew is an elite lawyer, um, that's a good thing. But they don't have any evidence, so they're really going to need it, and that includes finding a can that can retain fingerprints. The contents of the can is what was used to poison the elderly Lambert lady, and so the hunt is on for the can. Uh, this movie was a lot of fun. It really is. And William Clements, who directed the film, of course, this Nancy Drew is based on the series of books by Carolyn Keene, um, and or her real name, which is Mildred Benson. Um, but it was I did not know when I saw this movie. I did not know that Nancy Drew had been around so long. Now I remember reading my sister's books. My sister Christine, I remember reading her books. She used to get she used to get the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, and they were pretty fun mysteries. And then they eventually end up making a TV series out of them. They've done that several times with Nancy Drew. She is a all American icon in that respect, as several TV shows have been made about her, uh, and movies as well. Um, as a matter of fact, I picked up a season of the CW version of Nancy Drew at the library. Now, Granville is the young actress, like I said, who played Nancy Drew, and she's terrific. And I mean, she's real bubbly, really, really talented actually. Um, but her career sort of, by with her, she also her career didn't, it went to a certain point, and then, after you get out, become a child star. But Bonita Granville did not suffer the normal fate of a lot of times of a Hollywood child star. She actually married a gentleman named Jack Rather, who owned the rights to the Lone Ranger and Lassie, and they did very well in producing various TV shows and movies featuring those two IPs. And she basically quit acting. She moved behind the camera. She died at a relatively young age. She died at 65 of lung cancer. So that her being in the times as she was, that would probably be because a result of smoking. As many of our golden age stars of Hollywood died that way before they were told that it was not a good thing to do. um, the rest of the film is a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of fun. It's really fast. It's only an hour and 7 minutes long, so it was made the same way for the Dick Tracy movies that came out a few years later. As a matter of fact, William Clemens, this was not his first rodeo as far as directing series. He also directed The Falcon. He also, which was 3 films for The Falcon, and he also did a couple of Philo Vance movies, and he also did Deadhead Kids. That was really good, and then yeah, and of course Tom Lawrence was the Falcon, and he also did the one series I mentioned before, Colin Philo Vance, which are all private eye movies. These are all detective movies, so he specialized in that. It was cheap entertainment. Cheap. The movies were cheap to make, very cheap to make, and uh, ran out there to the theaters during World War II and post World War II. And movies were a huge, huge. People were starting to flock to movies quite a bit. And for 1939, this movie looks spectacular. Honestly, the black and white is crystal clear. It's just really well done, and a lot of fun, and a lot of comedy in there as well. The boxing match between Ted and the and what's his name, Satchel Axel, and I say Satchel. I think I said Satchel, and I actually meant to say that. Uh, uh, Let me find his name because he was actually pretty good. Um, wow, they actually don't have his name on here as the boxer, which is a real shame because it's really funny. I'm looking at this now, and there's no credit for him. That's interesting. I would have to investigate that a little bit more. But the guy who played the boxer, he had a cauliflower ear, and he was pretty entertaining. Um, so that is going to be it. Don't know how the box office went, but I'm sure it was well enough for them to justify 4 films. Uh, and and this was the second of the 4. And now I know I'm not really sure if this is public domain. I know it's on. I know it's on YouTube, and I'm going to put a link down below so you can go watch it. But I also know too that Warner Brothers released it, and I did see a collection of Nancy Drew's stories in the Warner Brothers website. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure who retains the rights to it. I know if it's public domain, you can upload it onto your own channel. But if it's Warner Brothers controlled, then you really shouldn't. But I can't really tell you who controls the film. All right, that is it for this edition of Dollar Theater, 1939's Nancy Drew Reporter. A lot of fun. Hopefully you'll enjoy watching it, and drop a comment down below and let us know how you what you thought of it. Also, drop us a note. Drop a comment. Let us know some of the other black and white movies that you guys really like as well. We have a few. We have a few here. Not a whole bunch, but we're always looking. Um, and in fact, we got before the end of the year, we will be going over the Thin Man series. Before the end of the year, we will be covering all the films from the Thin Man series, and we still got 3 out of 4 Miss Marple series. Starring Margaret Rutherford that were top notch as well. So we do have a lot of black and white films that we want to bring to you because those movies need love too, right? All right, that's it for us. We will see you next Monday. We don't know what we're covering next Monday, but whatever it'll be fun. I can guarantee you that. All right, well, thanks for watching, and we will talk to you guys soon. Peace.